Hello. Please, I want to confirm you cannot hear me very clear now. Can you hear me? Please confirm. You can use the comment to, to inform us that you can hear us. I want to be sure you can hear me.
You're audible.
All right. Thank you very much, David. So, welcome everybody. So, welcome to today's section. We are going to be learning a lot today. We want to know the difference, between data science, data analytics, and of course, cyber and business analysis. Okay, so a lot of people want to dive into the space of tech, but they kind of curious, and a lot of things are going on in the tech space. A lot of things like I don't know if I should go for data analytics. I don't know if I should go for data science. I don't even know if I should go for business analytics. And a lot of people do reach out to us. Do you advise that we should go for two programs at the same time, because these things are just kind of maybe interrelated, and then which one do you advise that we should go first if you want us to go for one first? So today we're going to be looking at those things, right? And at the end of this program, if you are that person that want to transition into tech, especially in the data space, but kind of confused on which particular career path to go for, after the end of this program, you are going to choose the right career path for you. Okay, so we're going to be doing something amazing before we dive into the program. Welcome to everybody. We want to welcome you once again to this section on how you can choose the right career path for you. All right, so welcome once again. My name is Chiere, and of course, I'll be your host for today's program. And I am joining you from Lagos, Nigeria. If you don't mind, I would like to know where our participants are joining us from. You can just unmute yourself to speak to us, or you just use the comments and tell us where you are joining us from. I want to know that, okay, our audience are joining us for this particular area so that we can welcome you. And of course, if today is your first time joining us, we have a special gift for you if you stay to the end of this program. All right, so let's do that immediately. Just tell us where you are joining us from so we can welcome you, we can appreciate you, because it's always an honor, right, to always come here and meeting people to talk to is, I don't know about you, but for me, I think that is actually a very big pleasure for me to always do this. People are joining us. Hi, Ibrahim. You want to say something?
Yes, I'm Ryan from Abuja.
Okay, Ibrahim joining us from Abuja, Nigeria. So I don't know if we have other people that want to chat. Okay, Ali, please come.
Hi, I'm Ali Ibrahim from Ilorin Kwara State.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you for joining us. So we have others as well, and I believe they maybe you don't want to mute and speak to us. That's fine. Okay. So welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us. And of course, if today is your first time joining AMDA Analytics program, we want to say a very big thank you for joining us. And let's talk about AMDA Analytics. What we do here at AMDA Analytics, and I don't know how you heard about us. Maybe you heard about us through platforms, or you join our platform. Of course, you join our WhatsApp group, and be like, okay, I don't know what these guys are up to. I don't know what they do this moment. Now you are going to be hearing from us and what we do here at AMDA Analytics. And I want to introduce AMDA. Just give me a second, please. Just a second. Using all right, thank you very much. And I believe you can all see my screen. I'm using double screen, so I'm trying to confirm that I can see it, and I'm saying it here. Thank you very much, everyone. Okay, so welcome to AMDA Analytics program. So today we are going to be talking about career paths and which one that is right for you. All right, so let's talk about AMDA Analytics, what we do here at AMDA Analytics, and other things that we do as as a brand. Okay, so Amda Analytics and EdTech company, that's educational technology company. I don't know how you heard about us. Maybe someone referred you to join our platform, so you are welcome. Okay, so we are educational technology company committed to empowering individuals to become global talents through our comprehensive and accessible training programs. All right, so when we talk about you becoming a global talent, it simply means that there's something that you have that others do not have. All right, what are those things that will make me as an individual to become global talent? Right, it simply means maybe acquiring in-demand skills. All right, so our mission is very, very simple. Our mission is to bridge the skill gap by equipping learners with in-demand skills. That's what we say. Before you become a global talent, you have acquired the skills. There's something that you have that will make you a global individual, and that is acquiring in-demand skills. So that is what we do here at Amda Analytics. We equip you, the learner, to become a global talent through our comprehensive programs by learning the in-demand skills, enabling you to make informed decisions, drive innovation, and create positive change in the tech-driven world. We are in the tech-driven world as of today, particularly across African continent. So what are we trying to say in essence? We are this EdTech company committed to equipping you, the Black community, to ensure that you acquire these skills, to ensure that you are well equipped with the technical skills, to ensure that you are well equipped with the skills that will make you global talent. Because where we are now, the era where we are now, we are in the era of tech. Everything is going into tech. Okay, everybody wants to dive into tech, but imagine that we come to an area where you as an individual supposed to know something and you don't know it because you feel like, okay, this particular thing is made for some settings for certain people. All right, so maybe the white guys. This is to ensure that we don't have that limitations for any Black person that want to dive into tech. We try to equip you so that you'll be able to acquire these skills and excel in the tech-driven world. Okay, we track a lot of success. We have trained over 7,000, not 6,000, over 7,000 participants who has joined our program since we started through our master classes, our boot camps. It has bettered a lot of talent out there, right? And successfully, you know that time that you join a tech company and you want to transition into tech, right? Maybe you don't have any background before, and they'll be able to help you to acquire these skills. It simply means that yes, they have helped you, right? So what we do here at Amda Analytics, we are not that EdTech company that is actually training professionals. We are training beginners, people that don't even have any technical background before starting any of our programs, right? So because of that, we have helped over 7,000 individuals to acquire these in-demand skills, right, through our programs, and not just acquiring it and learn their tech roles in this space as well. We have given scholarship to a lot of individuals out there, universities, a lot of universities in Nigeria. Okay, so we have given scholarship to them. And then aside from what we have done to the Black community by ensuring that, okay, you don't have this money, you can come and learn, we have helped people like subsidize their training fee and say, okay, you know what, because you want to learn this thing, we want you to be there and just with this little token, just acquire these skills. All right. Now, we specialize in training individuals in the field of data analytics, business analytics, cyber security, data science, data engineering, HR analytics, and of course, graphic design. So we have trainers from different angles across the group, and of course professionals in their various space. You are going to be seeing our professionals. Of course, for those of people that joined our program, I mean our students, they have seen what our professionals are doing in their space, right? So now let's talk about myself, right? Who is this individual in front of you? All right, so my name is Chukwuka Chinyere, and I'm the CEO of Amda Analytics. That is, I'm the founder of Amda Analytics. All right, so I'm a tech professional with over 7 years experience as a data analyst, data scientist, and of course, business intelligence analyst, right? And as the founder of Amda Analytics, I have successfully guided individuals with no tech background to smoothly transition into tech, and not just in transitioning into tech, acquire their first tech roles. All right, so I am known for my renowned and straightforward teaching method. For people that have been under my training and people that have been under my training so far, you will know that, okay, this is how we do it here at Amda Analytics. Very easy, simplify it, make it beginners friendly. But even if you have not done any of these things before, being part of our students or even joining our programs, you see that how easy it takes to actually transition into tech. So you don't need any technical background, you don't need any degree before starting any program, because you are meeting the right set of people who have known this thing and who have been working in the industry as the professionals, so they can easily transfer it. You don't transfer what you don't know, right? So we here at Hamda Analytics, we transfer what we know, we give it back to the society, we impart people, and of course we have imparted a lot of people in this space. Okay, myself as an individual, I have trained over 6,000 people. I've been in the tech space for over the years now, so I have been doing this over the years. For people that know me for past 5 years ago, you know that yes, we have been in the industry imparting lives. So my expertise sponsor was telecommunication, governance, finance, and edtech sectors. I've helped a lot of people by God's grace transition into the tech space. So welcome everybody. I want to just do a quick question, right? So just a quick review. Let me use that word, right? So I want to ask us, right? I don't know if you can unmute yourself, right? I'm muting myself. I'll talk about myself, right? I'll talk about Hamda Analytics. What we do here at Hamda Analytics, we are that edtech company, that's educational technology company that specializes in training individuals to become global talents, right? Through this comprehensive program that we do here at Hamda Analytics. When we talk about comprehensive, see, take this word for me, very, very comprehensive program. Now, I've actually explained myself, right? Now, so I don't know who is. Okay. So I want to ask you a question, right? So I want to ask you a question. I have a few people here, and of course, I want to ask you why. Just give me just one or two. Why do you feel like okay, tech is something I can do? Okay, I need somebody that can, unmute. If you're not in a noisy place, right, I would like you to unmute. Why tech? I don't know. I don't know if you're waking up one day, start asking yourself this question. Why is everybody talking about tech? Everybody's talking about tech. Why should I go into tech? Okay, so what is the need for me to acquire these tech skills? Is there something about these tech skills that I need to know? Is there something about these tech skills that people are enjoying that I don't know about? Okay, I want to move into tech, but what is motivating you? What is your motives behind transitioning into tech? I just need two people that will, give us answer so we can work with that. Okay, we are here to learn something. Okay, so if you can unmute yourself and speak to us, I will be very glad to, give you the audience to so you can talk. I don't know if you have anybody that want to speak. So do you want to tell us something? Do you want to talk to us? Okay, so if there is nobody, I don't know, but I believe that you are here for a purpose. Anyways, you are here because maybe somebody told you about tech. There is a discussion that actually, prompts you, or there is a reason why you want to test tech to know what you need to transition into tech. Okay, let me tell you about myself briefly. I transitioned into tech 2018. All right, so I've been in the tech space. So that was when I started hearing about data analytics. You have to gather data, you have to start working with data. Then I started with Excel. All right, so after that, why actually dive into that tech space then was like, okay, you know what, I want to work on a particular project and I want to work the project. I want to do the project by myself because I don't want anybody to do that particular project for me. All right, so at the moment, I discovered that I was developing this love for Excel. So from there, we dive into a particular package, right? And that is R. I was like, okay, then a lot of things started growing up and all that. Another thing again, I was at the point I was like, all this thing that you are learning, where's gonna take you to? And then my eyes opened to money. This thing can land you a very job, like good paying job. And glory be to God, I met a friend during that period who was actually using Python. Then I remember meeting him and I was like, guy, what's up? What are you doing? What's all this? And he was like, this is Python. I was like, Python. Okay, so hearing Python for the first time and you see somebody on laptop coding and whatever, I was like, the guy was like, come on, you don't even understand what this thing is. If you learn this thing, like if you're very good with this, you're gonna be earning money. At the point I dive into conversation with this guy, and then as of that time, he was already working with one big company in, I can't remember, but it's abroad anyways. I can't remember the name of the company, I can't remember the location, but it's abroad. So he was telling me this is the amount they paid him per month. I was like, what? You are earning this as as back then, and you are earning such amount of money. It was actually a very big money. And when he was the one that actually motivated me and was like, come on, dive into tech. And because you studied economics, not because I studied economics though, but that was what he said. He said, because you studied economics, it will be a very good space for you. Moving to data analytics. I started with data science anyways. So from there, I moved into data analytics and I moved into business intelligence. So there is a lot you can learn, and there is a lot that actually maybe motivates you to dive into tech. Of course, as of today, I'm grateful to God that I met that guy. I will not lie. I am grateful to God that I met him. Okay, so let's then dive in. If there is nothing motivating, I don't know. But I ask this question. I love to ask this question because if you know there is something that is motivating you for something, you understand, or there is a reason behind your action, that should be a purpose, that should be a reason to do better, that should be a reason to wake up every day and desire something good. Like myself, I feel like, okay, this space is something I can grow. This is a space where I don't need anybody. I don't need to know somebody that knows somebody before I will make it in this space. I started diving in, I started learning, I started making it by God's grace. And of course, we have, through this answering the call of diving into tech, we have helped a lot of people, move into the same space as well. Okay, so this night we're going to be discussing something very important, and everything we're going to be discussing today will be surrounded around our data. So as a data analyst, you are using data. As a business analyst, you are using data to answer questions. As a data scientist, you are using data to answer the question. Okay, so now let's dive in. Now we've talked about the data. Now we have 4 types of data analytics, actually 5, but we're going to be discussing about 3, so you can see where this data analytics, business analytics, and of course data science fall into. All right, so please pay very good attention. At the end of the day, sometimes people get confused. I don't know. I don't feel like this space is actually what I want. A lot of people have reached out to me, which I don't know. Can you please recommend for Lux? And after much question, you find out that what they are looking for. Some people will be telling you that, okay, I want to dive into data engineering space. Come on, you want to dive into data engineering space? Do you have any background? Have you done something around this space before? And they'll be like, no, I have not done anything. Have you done anything around data before? No, I have not done anything. And you ask some little questions that might actually, help me to, give them that answer if they should go or not. And you find out that they're failing those questions. Now, you don't need to start big. You need to start somewhere, all right? So now let's talk about some types of data analytics. And then you find out where some of these things fall into. Maybe that will help you to, make that decision if I should go for data analytics, if I should go for business analysis or data science. Now, we have descriptive analytics, right? Now, descriptive analytics is that type of analytics that describes what happened. Okay, we're going to be looking at it very soon. What happened? When you share your data, please pay very good attention. When you share your data with someone, right? Or let me say you are working as a data analyst in a sector, and that sector, they share their historical data with you, and they say, okay, Francis, can you help us to analyze this data? This is our historical data. Tell us where we are making profits and where we are, making losses. So at the end of everything, you are analyzing their data. You are telling them what has happened with their data in the company based on the data shared with you. At that point, you are describing the company's condition. You are describing the company's data. Okay, that is called historical data. That is called descriptive analytics. Now, that you are describing, you are explaining, you are sharing with them what has happened in the company. That is what descriptive analytics. And then this is where data analysts fall into. Okay, so if not any data analyst around, the data analysts are those people that comes into your company, collect your data, please pay attention, analyze your data, clean your data, explain it, put it in visuals so that it's able to help you to make informed business decision. So that is who data analysts are. Okay, so now another part of data analytics that we have is diagnostic analytics. Now, what is diagnostic analytics? Diagnostic analytics is this type of data that asks a question: why did it happen? Why did something happen? Okay, now descriptive explain what happened, right? Now diagnostic is trying to ask, why did it happen? I don't even understand. Let's say that in a sector, right, you are kind of after explaining the data, and you're sharing with the company that, in Dixie branch A to ZY, you made profit of 100,000 naira. In January, there is profit of 200,000 naira. But then in April, you are making 20,000 naira profits there. It simply means there is a downward slope there. That means there is loss. Instead of growing, they are dropping. Now that is where a business analyst comes in and start asking questions: why did something happen? What do we need to do to get better? I don't know if you understand. What do we need to do to get better? Now, we see business analysts as problem solvers. Okay, they are problem solvers. They come to ask a question: where I need to come in, what do I need to do, where do we need to do better? They're all about what do we do, how do we do it better, how do we move it better. This is who business analysts are. So they fall into the category of what? Diagnostic analytics. You understand? So now we have the third part of analytics, which is what? Predictive analytics. Now predictive analytics is you trying to predict, just like the name implies. You try to predict what is likely to happen based on what has happened. What is likely to happen based on what has happened. All right, so you try to say that, okay, you know what, this January, you guys made profit of 20,000 naira. February, there's profit of 10,000 naira, and March we increased to 60,000 naira. So it simply means that kind of situation might likely happen the other year. Okay, if there is no caution taken, right? And that could be because January, maybe they are into sales of seasonal products, so maybe that's their season of selling the products. Let me say April. So it simply means that there is something that needs to do. You as the data scientist, they predict. Okay, data scientists, they predict what is likely to happen in the nearest future based on what has happened before. All right, so now let's then look at I want to believe you can all see my screen. Please confirm. Hello. All right, that's fine. Thank you very much. I can see it. Okay, so let's proceed. So now the question now is, which one do you fall into? Are you that person that fall into being a data analyst, being a data scientist, or being a business analyst? Now, let me share something with you before we dive in. If you are this person that you are always a problem solver, okay, let's for instance, whenever there is a problem, you always bring selection on how that problem can actually be solved. All right, it simply means you are a problem solver. You fall into the area of being a business analyst. You understand? So being a business analyst, you don't need to code. Let's say that you have about 10 years experience as as an entrepreneur. It could be any space entirely, right? You have this long years experience and you are looking for how you can leverage it in tech. Please take note of something. A business analysis program is for you. You don't need this a lot of coding. You don't even code at all, right? You don't even code at all you need to do is to learn how to leverage those past experience, bring your idea on how problem could actually be solved as a problem solver you are, and then solve that problem. Now, if you're this person that you're interested in numbers, right? You're this person that okay, I'm curious. All right. So I am just much interested in numbers. I want to know more. I love explanation, right? I love explanation. Then you can actually be for data analysts. You just want to explain to them this is what has happened and this is what you can do better and all that. Then you come to data science, right? If you're this person that you are just curious about, I want to know what will come out of this. Okay, I just want to know, every individuals have what they and where they belong to in the tech specs. I used to tell people something. See, tech specs is for everybody. You always have specs where you belong to. Now, if you're this person that you belong to a particular space, it simply means that you really know that this particular space is for me. I can just start my career path that way. And of course, one thing about tech is that it's actually, the learning transitions from this part to this part. Just like I mentioned, I told you guys, I started as a data scientist. Oh, I find that there's something missing out. I move us back to data analytics and then back to data science. Okay, so it simply means that you can always transition from this career path to the another career path. Okay, now another thing again that I want to, a lot of people, I think I've gotten a lot of questions like people asking me, what? Let me know how much these guys are earning. Maybe that will motivate me to push further. You understand? So this might be another kind of a way for you to know if this is what I will go for or not. Like, remember I had a session with someone that was last month. Yeah, we are now in a new month, and the person was like, what here? I want to know how much these guys are earning. What are the perspectives that could actually be of help for me to know if I should go for business analyst or data scientist. And I was like, what? So I don't know. I don't feel like what they are earning should be a problem because in a nutshell, since I say most everybody are earning the same thing. But nevertheless, I want us to do something. If you are that person that fall into this category of individuals that are asking, how much are these guys earning? Maybe it can help me to find out if it's something I want to do or not, right? So I want us to do something immediately. I want us to search for how much these guys are earning. And of course, how you as well can leverage the opportunity. Just a second. So I'm using read.co.uk. I love to use the platform because it has a lot of job opportunities. Okay. So let me see. Okay, I think I've seen one that I've used before. Just a second, it's loading. So the platform is loading. So yeah, it has opened now. So this is a business analyst. So you can see business analyst, right? So of course the prices or whatever they are paying ranges. It ranges, okay. So I'm saying 60,000 to 95,000 per annum. So if I have a job that is paying me £95,000, you understand, per annum, even pay me £80,000 per annum, I think is a very big one, right? It has a lot of opportunities there. So you can see here, 750 to 800 per day, negotiable. Wow, this how sure is this? Oh, okay, 750, not 1,000, 750 to 800 per day. Wow. So if you're earning $800 per day, I think it's actually a very big money. I don't know about you. So, sometimes when people reach out to us and we are like, oh, you know what? This thing, I don't think this is something I can do. This thing is too much. The training fee is too much. Da, da, da. And I will ask them, do you know how much you're going to be earning after this training? Do you want people to lie to you? Do you want me to lie that, okay, come and learn this thing with this amount in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks? People will fool everywhere. Trust to me, if I said, okay, come and learn data science for 20,000 naira and it's just 2 weeks program, People will fool everywhere. But the question is, what are you going to learn? Is it going to land you any job? Okay. So now we have other things. We have 70,000 naira per annum. Okay. You might just want to use different platform and search for it, right? So let's say data analyst. So you can use a lot of platforms, compare the prices of how much these guys are being paid, all right, and then see if it's something you can do. So this is 55 to 60,000, and scroll down, so that's 55 to 60. Wow, 65, 40, 40. Of course, you can see more than this, anyways. Trust me. What I'm saying is, okay, so I'm saying 60 to 70,000 per annum. Of course, you can use other platforms. Okay, 50 to 60. You can use other platforms, 70 to 80. So you can use other platforms and search and see if it's something you can do. Actually, this one is 60, 400 to 450 per day. And let's search for data science. So they are scientists. This is per day. Let's look for. Of course, they're scientists. For those of us that know what I'm saying here, it pays more, right? So this is 100 to 125,000 per annum. 100 to 125,000 per annum, and this is 18 to 20,000. It's okay. This is not data science. This is IT support. But then it trusts me, among all these courses that we have mentioned, data science is still the one that's somehow difficult to learn. Okay, it's still like more difficult one among all these things that we have mentioned. Okay, 90 to 80. Okay, that's fine. Now, then let's dive into how you can, what you need to learn as a data scientist or data analyst, right? So these are the things that you need to look into and see, oh, these are the things I need to learn to become a data analyst or to become a data scientist, right? Okay, so in a nutshell, these things I have explained them, right? So you can see my screen, this thing I have explained them, the data analytics, what they are and who they are, right? So now looking at the data to find trends, pattern, and answers to specific questions, right? Answering question, this is what happened in the organization, and or that you are looking at trend. That's when we talk about trend analysis. Trend analysis both of all these things, right? So, but now looking at what has happened, let me say January to December, this is what happened, this is what the company can do better, and all that. So you are trying to give example, trying to explain what has happened in the company based on the historical data. When I talk about the historical data, we're talking about the data, the company's data they shared with you. So in that scenario, you are asking the question, okay? You are asking the question of what the company can do better, of course. Yeah, because there's a problem. Now, trust me, there's a problem before the company thought of hiring you. If there's no problem in any organization, no sector will hire you. Okay, so they're hiring you because there is a problem and they need to hire somebody that could actually help them to solve the problem. All right, so the example I put here is someone that wants to know why sales dropped last month. A data analyst checked the numbers and find out the sales dropped because of fewer customers on weekend. Yeah, so what I said before. So we have trend. Let's say, just a second. Okay, yes. Let's proceed. So we have data science, right? Now I've thought about data scientists and what they are, and who they are, and what they do, right? So data scientists now, they go deeper than analytics. And I told you guys, and I said it here, data scientist is beyond being a data analyst. Now, data scientists could actually look at the data, see, they can analyze data. They can analyze these things that we are saying here. But then, that time that you have analyzed companies' data and you are predicting for them what is likely to happen in the 6 months. Okay, so a few years back down the line, when I started my journey as a data professional, I think that was about 4 years ago, I was making a prediction. We predicted what could be the what's the Bitcoin price of Bitcoin in the next 6 months or thereabout and all that, right? We are looking at this based on what has happened in the company. I mean, the way Bitcoin was moving up and down and that. So I was like to explain to these guys that, you know what, in the next 6 months, this will be the price of Bitcoin. Of course, not financial advice anyways, but then trying to explain based on what has happened in the past. You understand? So what data scientist does is that they predict what is likely to happen because they feel like, okay, based on what has happened. Now, let me use what happened a few years back to explain to us. We all remember 2020. I believe we have not forgotten what happened 2020. And a lot of people went home. A lot of people lost their job. A lot of things happened in the year 2020, right? Now, God forbid, but let's say that kind of pandemic, I don't know you say we are going to experience it, but let's say that's why I use the word God forbid, right? So it simply means that a lot of people are still going to lose their job. And if prevention, a lot of people can still, make good use opportunity to learn more skills. Because I can tell you for real that 2020 bettered a lot of skills. All right. So it's, in fact, the remote job that we're enjoying today was actually bettered in the year 2020. A lot of people started learning that, I could actually work from home and then deliver work effectively. So what data scientist does is that they are dictators. They detect, this is what has happened in the data in the company based on the data, and they make prediction what is likely to happen. All right. Now, another thing again, look at the example that I give here, right? Netflix. Let's say you're online, you're watching films, right? You're watching Netflix, right? You find out that most times, right, after seeing a particular, even on TikTok, let's use the word TikTok because I think that would be very one that everybody will be very, very good with. We are very used to TikTok, right? Now it's find out that after seeing a particular video on TikTok, when you scroll up, the same video will appear again, not the same individual, right? But something of that nature will appear again. And when you scroll like 3-4 times, it will appear again. At a point, you find out that likely those videos, you are going to be seeing them almost every time. Today, I went on TikTok to search for something, and because of the something I typed, I find out what I saw throughout today in the afternoon was all these AI videos and thereabouts, right? And that's just how algorithm works. That is based on recommendation of what I've seen before. TikTok is trying to predict for me what will be the next video that I might feel or have interest to watch. And that is because I have watched something like that before. Do you understand? So that is what data science is all about. Okay. So there's a lot to data science to be very hard, even all these things, right? Now let's talk about business analysis. I have explained all these things before. Business analysts today are problem solvers. If a company is having issues today, most likely individuals that are going to employ, they are business analysts. There is no company, take note of this, there is no company that doesn't need a business analyst and a data analyst. That is why when people reach out to me and ask questions like, which area, like where did you think that I should start from? I will always recommend data analyst, data analytics, and business analytics, because these are the space where you can learn and you can easily land job, because there is no sector that will not need your job. Okay, there is no sector that will not need your skills like that. So what a business analyst is, business analysts are the problem solvers. Every organization needs to improve. They want to get more revenue. They want to make more sales. So that is who a business analyst comes. They come in and they solve the problem. Now let's look at the tools that these guys are using. Okay, so you can see a lot of things on my screen now. So we can see data analytics. Now, this data analytics, as a student of data and analytics, you are going to be learning Excel. You are going to be learning Excel. I'm going to talk about something about Excel very soon. You're going to be learning Power BI. You're going to be learning SQL. Okay. Before this section, I was online. I was trying to help someone to do something. I was teaching something anyways, how to apply for remote jobs and decide to use. We are trying to do that together. And almost all the job that we open about, because the person is data analyst, right? Almost all the job we open, they all have this in common: Excel, Power BI, SQL, Excel, Power BI, SQL. Now I was like, if all these jobs have the same thing, now the question is, why are people not getting jobs? I don't know if you understand, because almost everybody that want to dive into the space of data analytics are going to learn this. Why are they not getting job? Right? We're going to talk about that another day. So it's not a topic for today. Now, so you see that for you to become a data analyst, you must to learn this particular tools, right? It takes a must. Now, one of the things that just hinder people from progressing in their career path, from being a professional in their career path, is mixing out the roadmap. Okay, mixing out the right roadmap to follow when learning your skills. Now let me share this thing. I usually tell people this because this was actually one of my problems when I started my career. I had issue. I was with my issue when I started at 2018. I was, I was, mixing Excel and R, but then I mixed out a point because somebody told me that, you know what, drop Excel, start learning R. So I stopped everything. I started learning R. Imagine somebody who has not learned Excel very well. You have not even started Power BI and don't even know SQL. There's skills that you need to learn before diving into. In fact, to be very honest, I went on YouTube and I was, seeing videos and I was confused. I was confused. Imagine downloading some videos that are 12 hours, and this one is talking about another thing, and the other one is talking about another thing. You don't have the right step-by-step guide on how you can transition. And even if you have it, you need a mentor. You need somebody to guide you. You need somebody to hold your hands. This is a space where you have not been to. You don't have anything. In fact, your technical background is just only, I don't know, some people don't even have Excel as their technical background, so they don't have any technical skills, all right? So it's just their normal day-to-day work that you have, right? So it simply means that transitioning into this space for the first time, you need a guidance. You need somebody to hold your hand. You need somebody to help you to easily transition into this space. Right. So now you need to learn how to use GitHub to document your work. Right now, aside from all these tools, right, there are some soft skills that you need to learn as well. We're going to talk about them maybe later. Then you have to learn AI. Let me tell you something. AI is actually taking the space as of today. See, if you have AI, if you learn all these things, and you don't know how to leverage all these things in AI, you are missing out a lot. Recently, as I think about 2 years ago or last year, there was this pandemic that AI is going to take our job. AI is going to take our job. AIs, AI will take the jobs of those that don't know how to use AI. I don't even understand. So it's not going to take my job because I know how to leverage AI as a data scientist. I know how to leverage AI as a business analyst. Okay. Now, companies are hiring people that know how to use AI as a data analyst. Now, the question is, do you know how to use AI? I think as of last month or 2 months ago, I was teaching my students and I was showing them how they can use AI in Excel to just to analyze their data within the space of 15 minutes. 15 minutes is even too much. You cover up something that can take you over 6 hours to do. And that is the power of AI. So you can learn how to use it inside being a data analyst. Okay. So these are the things that you need to understand as a prospective student of data analytics. All right. So now, another thing again you can see here is data science. Data science. Now, how do I dive into the space of data science? How do I learn all these things? What are the things that I need to learn first? Let me share something again. A lot of people hear that, data science is all about coding. You need to start learning how to use Python, and the first thing they will do that, bam, they start learning how to use Python. You are mixing out a lot, my brother. You are missing out a lot. So if you want to dive into the space of data science, Python should not be the first tool to learn. You need to start with statistics. Okay, you need to start with statistics. When people hear about Python, data science, they be like, okay, I've learned Python and I think I'm very good. I am not a data scientist. Wow. No, you are not. So you need to start with data. You need to start with statistics, move from Excel, Power BI, SQL. You can use Python. Then we move into the EDA, machine learning, computer vision, and that's natural language processing. These are the things that you need to learn as a data science student. So you now become a data scientist, not just learning one particular tool and you call yourself a data scientist, right? So now, as a business analyst, what are the tools that I will learn? What are the tools that we learn? And you can see here, I have what? I have Excel. I have Excel, and then I have Power BI. Now, I want to share something with you guys. Recently, please pay attention for those of you that want to dive into the space of business analysis, right? Recently, we find out that a lot of people will be like, you know what? I just want to learn business analysis. Just teach me, teach me Jira. I think I'm very good. You are not very good. You need to learn the analytics, and that is Excel. You need to learn Excel. If I open my job search again, you see that most of the job opening that we are having there, they will all require you to know how to use Excel. Do not be deceived. Take this from me. When other people are telling you, just learn this and this, you are good, and you are now a business analyst, you're going to mix out a lot. A student of us here at Amda Analytics went for a job interview, and she applied for a job actually, and one of the requirements of that particular job is that you must know how to use Excel and Power BI. You see that most of all these things are what are interchanging. You can be a data analyst and still be applying for jobs that are business analyst as well. You understand? You can be a business analyst and still apply for jobs that are made for data analytics analyst, because you already know how to use their tools, right? So these are the tools that you are going to be using. Now let's talk about here at Amda Analytics. How long will it take you to become a data analyst here at Amda Analytics? Now, it's going to take you 5 months. Now, we have 2 packages for all our programs. Please take note of something. We have 2 packages for all our programs, right? So we have 5 months program if you want to do for 5 months. All right. So we have 2 months program for all the programs. So we have 2 months program. Now the question simply, let me say it actually depends on you, the one that you want to go for. You might want to choose the 2 months program, which is fine. You might want to choose 5 months program, which is fine as well. 2 months program, maybe that you are starting your journey. Maybe you have done a lot in the space, and you just want to, maybe you have forgotten some certain things, and you want to start over again. You can go for that 2 months program. But if you want to start and be professional, like be a very good professional in this space, you actually need to do this program, right?
Everything that might have been an obstacle, whatsoever, Lord, take care of this, Lord. Lord Jesus, Lord, we pray unto you, Lord, that everybody will be fruitful. There shall not be any delay in their life.
Now church today.
I don't know who is this person. All right, sorry about that. So we need to dive in and proceed. Okay, so these are the tools that you can learn to become a data scientist, data analyst, or business analyst. And I have mentioned the other things like packages, how long it will take you to, to become a data scientist, and how long it will take you to become a business analyst, right? All these tools have 2 packages. We have for 5 months, we have for 2 months. Now let's talk about other benefits, things that you should enjoy as a student of Amda Analytics while learning all these things here at Amda Analytics, right? I don't know. I know last month we have been doing, there's no month that we not do, programs like this, trying to, admonish you. There's no month, even almost every week we do something like this, right? So if you have been joining us, you will notice that we are just still saying the same thing. It simply means that we are not changing. And if you go and make a research about us, you see that the same thing that we have said is still what you're seeing in the life of our students out there, right? So all our programs are instructor-led programs. There is nothing like giving you video to go and watch. You are here with me, myself for today. So tomorrow we might have it, but then as of today, so why not enjoy it today? So you are seeing myself and all other professionals meeting you one on one, talking to you. Okay, you want to become a business analyst. This is what it takes, and this is who you are. You are hearing. I don't know if you have seen the joy of learning and hearing from somebody. Not like there is any video like Udemy, Coursera, or YouTube that you don't have any question to ask anybody. You are just there with your thoughts, right? But here at Amda Analytics, it's not the same. You are here, you are hearing me, and I can see you, and you can see me as well. Because, of course, if you have any issue, just like when we start the program now, I'm going to say, okay, you know what, Francis, can you share your screen? Let me see what you are saying. So you are learning from individuals who are professionals in their skills, who are professionals who know what it takes to become a business analyst, who know what it takes to become a data scientist. You are learning from them, people that are walking you through to real world case studies. This one is not like one, no, projects back to back projects, and you are doing it and you're getting better every day. Imagine that you paid for something and people are teaching you this thing and you are getting better. You are seeing the positive part of this program. It simply means, yes, you are enjoying it, right? So what we do here at Amda Analytics, all our programs are project based. From the day you started this program to the day you're going to end the program is project based, right? Now, aside from being a project-based program, let's say you miss classes and you want to find your route, your feedback to whatever you have mixed out, you are going to have access, even aside from that you missed the classes, right? You're having access to all the videos. Now, from the A to Z of the class, all the videos are recorded, all the sections, just like what I'm doing now, is being recorded. And after today's program, I'm going to share the video with you. So you have access to all these things, lifetime access. Now, let me share with you all this thing I'm saying. You can go and make research. You can see that most of all these platforms out there, they can give you something like 6 months, let me say 6 months opportunity to access your portal. I don't know if you understand. They give you 6 months opportunity to access your portal. So you have 3 months opportunity to access your portal. The highest I've seen is 12 months opportunity for you to access your portal that you created while learning this things with them, all right? But here at Amda Analytics is lifetime access. You are seeing the video every day is on your email, right? So you are seeing it, you go back, all the materials. I think I've shared a lot of videos and evidences of the classes here at Amda Analytics. All right, so here during our live section. Another thing again is our growth internship. Now let me share something about our growth internship, right? So the growth internship is oh God, it's coming massively. Like you're going to hear from us massively for our growth internship here at Amda Analytics. Now, our growth internship is for those that have done 5 months program, not 2 months program. 2 months program doesn't come with internship. Our 4 months program are the ones that are going to come with 1 month internship. That is 4 months live classes and 1 month internship program. So there's post-study support. If you go out there, you can see our alumni group. You're not part of us, so I don't need to show you. So we have our alumni group. So when you finish your program here at Amda Analytics, you are joining the alumni group. You are getting updates back to back, everything. Like what? Oh God. You are getting everything. Like you have internship, you have interview preparation, interview. We can help you. We can prepare you for the interview. What can we do for you? Everything that you need to access, have access as students. One thing about here at Amda Analytics is that when you finish your program, you did not just finish with us. You just start. Let me say that is when your program has begun here at Amda Analytics, because a lot of things that you're going to be facing in the real life when you start your job, you are still going to be coming back to us and start asking us questions like, how do I do this thing? How do I move there from year to year? These are the things that you're benefiting as a student of Amda Analytics. And again, job recommendation. Now, job recommendation in the sense that, we're going to be asking you questions. We have this job opening somewhere, somebody reached out to us. Is this something that you feel like you can do? If the answer is yes, why not? We can recommend it for it, okay? So one of our challenges that we do have most times, I'm going to be saying it and be honest with it, is that most times all our students are Nigerians in diaspora, so people abroad, that most of their students, right? So when we have job recommendations and Most of them are asking you to work on sites here in Nigeria, especially in Lagos. So we don't have really have students that will be okay, can I go for late and all that. So you see, most times we do recommend if we have anyone. So you're going to be working on projects. So you're going to work on projects, a lot of projects that you can add to your portfolio. And again, job interview. There is a lot you are benefiting as a student of AMD Analytics. It's beyond the technical skills. All right, it's beyond the technical skills. I used to tell people something. Your training should go beyond the technical skills, and you can see the other benefits here as a student of AMD Analytics. I don't know. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to tell people about it. A student, right? Let me share something. What I'm sharing here is truth before God. One of our students here who started program here with us in January. So she reached out to us and said, that was on Sunday. So she reached out to me and she said, what you guys are doing here is too much. You guys are doing awesome. But the thing is that people are not saying it. So people are not seeing it. She went to go and do internship in one company. I don't want to mention the name. And they paid £500. For those of you that are in Nigeria or those of you that are abroad, you can just help me to convert £500. You see, it's over 1 million, if I'm not mistaken. Over 1 million naira. So I don't want to talk about it anyways. But then these are the things that people are coming here as a student of AMD Analytics. You are benefiting it free of charge. You're not paying for it. I don't even understand. So I don't know how to say it, but this is what it takes here at AMD Analytics. Now you're going to be getting LinkedIn optimization free of charge. You're not paying for it, okay? You are going to be getting Upwork optimization as a student of AMD Analytics free of charge. You're not paying for it. You're going to get CV review as a student of AMD Analytics free of charge. You're not paying for it. Now, of course, at the end of everything, you are getting certificates, both 2 months program and 5 months program. You are getting certificate at the end of it and at the end of everything, okay? So these and more are what you are going to be getting as a student of AMD Analytics. Now, our programs are every month. We have cohort starting on 26th, if I'm not mistaken, 26th of this month. Another cohort is starting again. If you are still sitting, if you are still waiting, we are in the 7th month of the year. Very soon, this year we go. Imagine you have started your learning since January. It simply means by now, by God, if God be with you, because we have a student who got a job last month, and she started when? So she didn't start years ago. She started still the same year. I think she started March or thereabouts. I can't remember. Yes, she started March. She got a job last month. Okay, so these are the things that you're going to be seeing. If you're still sitting on the fence, if you're still asking yourself, oh, I don't know if it's something I can do, or let me wait for next month, you are waiting and you're wasting time. That is the bitter truth. You're waiting and you're wasting time. And the honest truth here again is that there will be a time that you are going to reach out to AMD Analytics for the same program, and we tell you that the program fee has increased. That is just the bitter truth. The program fee has increased with what we are doing here. I said, that's my student. I said, a student who finished the program, who reached that program here in January, reached out to me on Sunday and said, you are doing too much, Junior, and you guys are not getting the credit. So just if a student can just come back and say this, it simply means that we are doing more than, even though without being told, I know that we are doing a lot, okay? We are doing a lot. Now the question is, how much is our training fee? For our data science, is 400,000 naira. Our data analytics, 400,000 naira. Our business analytics, 400,000 naira for the 5 months program, okay? 5 months program, 400,000 naira. And you can pay twice, actually. You can pay twice. You can pay 200,000 naira first payment and then 200,000 naira to balance your payment after 1 month. You understand? So I believe we are very fair enough. So for 2 months program, 2 is 200,000 naira. Any of the 2 months program they want to do, they are all to 200,000 naira. And the program registration is always on. Our application for our cohort is always open. So you can always send us a DM and start your program here at AMD Analytics. So I don't know if you have any question. If you have any question, you can just drop a question. So let's take your questions. Any questions? Any questions? You have any question? You can drop your questions. Let's take your questions. Okay, so if there is no question, we can call it a night here. And we want to inform you that the cohort is starting on 26th of next month. So you can start the registration. You can start sending your application, and we'll always get back to you. Just make payment, and then register for your data analytics or business analysis or even data science program. Okay, thank you very much for joining us here at AMDA Analytics. We really appreciate you, and we never take it for granted. I want to see you in our next cohort. Send us a DM today and register. Bye.